episode, Crunching on Crackers.
Crunching on crackers?
Yeah.
Why? Because you're crunching on crackers?
Yeah, animal crackers.
Okay. Are you planning on crunching for the whole episode?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be the theme.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And did you guys hear that we might be getting...
No. No.
Over every important bit of information, I'll just crunch.
I can't wait for the autosave thing to keep popping up during the game. Like, during while we're... Oh, cool. I can't do anything right now. Wait, what? What just happened? Oh, legit? My system is frozen.
Oh.
Hope everybody enjoys this view of Snugpod, because I literally... That autosave thing popped up when I went into the screenshot mode, and now I can't do anything. No buttons work except for my main... Like...
Oh, I think I've had that, something like that happen before.
My main, like, broadcast thing, that's it. Hold on, let me see if I unplug my controller and plug it back in, if it changes anything.
Does your
Nope.
Does your PlayStation button work?
Yeah, that one works, and I can
Huh.
pause the broadcast.
Well, it would just cut the video, right?
Right.
If you leave the game. So just close the
Okay.
game and restart it.
All right. Let's see what's going on here. That's weird.
I think I had something like that happen and I had to reload my game.
Jeez.
You remember me saying the other day that I found an add-on that lets you see if you can do a rid or not?
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
Which is apparently not completely accurate.
Hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure that I had a master writ that I accepted. And it said I could do it. But then when I got to the station, it wouldn't do it.
Hmm.
Which it did say that it was still, like, work in progress, but...
Right. Alright, let's refresh this again and see what's happening here. I really hope this isn't gonna make it, like, unstreamable. Wow, that's weird that it logged that I came back online and I was still in here. Normally it boots you out. This is weird. Add-ons. Let's just turn it off. Add-ons.
If you're by chance watching it at the moment, you know, whether live or in the future, don't worry. We'll get to some actual show stuff soon.
702's craft completionist list.
But in the meantime,
I'm about to disable all of these right now.
I'm gonna delete them.
No, I'm just disabling everything, so we'll see if it removes the... Let's reload the UI. If it removes that autosave problem. I think I also might just do the show not in screenshot mode. That way we guarantee that it doesn't screw up somehow accidentally, you know? I just hate that I've got all that yak stuck to the side.
What if I sit in my chair and rock while crunching?
Yeah, so then we can get that too.
Does it sound like they're getting closer and further away?
Not really. But that is funny. Okay, let's see. Ah! Oh, I just told it not to autosave accidentally, because again, trying to back out of the proper menu.
I think I tell it. I think I tell it not to all the time, and I haven't noticed an issue with it.
All right, well.
Like I don't even know what it would not save. Like it's. Is there a point at which the game saves?
I think every time you zone and stuff. I mean, I would assume
Doesn't
it's
it-
gotta be writing something in the background somewhere.
Doesn't it? Well, I guess my question was more. Isn't it just a like persistent save?
I don't
Because
know.
no matter where you're at, whenever you crash, that's generally where you are when you come back, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know that I've ever like been in one spot and then went and did some stuff and my game crashed and then I loaded back in at my previous spot. I think it's always wherever it was I was currently. So I don't know.
I mean, I have, but only when it's rolled back, I guess. I don't know. Weird. Okay, well, let me run our socials really quick so that people know that we're still alive. And, since it's been, what, 3 weeks?
Something like that.
Oof. Goodness.
Life be lifing.
Life be lifin'.
August 6th was when I posted the last one.
Yeah. Tree show is live. Now I got your chair and your crunching.
It's good for
Okay.
So you did COA 2 and Volan Fee 2 also?
What?
How?
No, not Volan Fee 2, you stinker. Wow. Spoilers!
Yep.
Alright,
But
you
they're
ready?
lacking context. They have to stick around for the actual show to get the context.
Oh,
and
that's true, I suppose.
and the crunchy goodness.
Sure.
I might have a
Excuse me? You're gonna say a full sentence?
Yeah. But then I thought spoilers for what I may or may not do at a given moment in time.
Okay.
Probably not, because I'll be hated if I do it. But I thought it was funny. You can remind me later, and I'll tell you what my thought was,
Okay.
but not on the air, because people might hate me even if I say it, because they'll start a match. Gwen's already rolling her eyes, you know. So,
You can already feel it.
yeah.
Alright, you ready?
I suppose so.
Alright, whenever you are.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a Snug podcast. It's been at least a week since we've talked to you last. Probably more like 3. I think it's been 3.
It's been 3.
It's been 3. Um, I'm never separate. I am host part 1. I don't think that's how that works. Um, and
Sure.
and the other voice you hear there is Gone Crazy Back Soon. How are you?
I'm good. Did you forget my name there for a second?
No, I was trying to decide if I wanted to be clever or not in the moment, and so there was a
Oh,
slight
okay.
delay. Did I want to say who
Okay.
you were, or did I want to say who you were not?
Oh, so it was
Um,
your auto save.
yes,
Your auto
yes.
save hiccuped,
I,
like
I
mine is
I
currently.
thought I could say you were something along the lines of you were not
Gwen the Bard.
Gwen the Bard or uh, Princess Buttercup. I don't know. All the because
Sure.
you are only you. You are not any of the others. So unless you're in
That's
costume, in which case we make an exception.
okay. Sure.
Well, Halloween's not that far away, so if you want to dress
I
up as
did
Princess Buttercup, you'll be Princess Buttercup that night.
I did dress as a bacon for like 8 hours one time for charity, so what can we say?
Were dogs trying to eat you?
No, because I don't have any dogs.
Oh, well, because there's only one thing that smells like bacon, and that's you.
Bacon strips?
Yeah, bacon strips.
Yep. Oh man.
How is
Oh, what
this
an intro.
related to ESO? It's not. It's not at all.
It's not at all.
This is just what
It's
happens when two friends catch up after not being able to talk much recently. So,
Yep. It's been wild.
yeah. Well, I guess for those that are with us, they're probably more like, shut up about your nonsense, buttercups and bacon strips, and tell us about ESO stuff. So,
Sure.
perhaps we should do that. Um, I'll start because it's short and sweet. In the past couple of weeks, we had a free play, not free play. Was it a free play event too?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was for QuakeCon.
Okay. Yeah. So, and along with that, there was the ESO Plus free trial. Um, so during that period, I was trying to get a few of my surveys and um, treasure maps and stuff taken care of so that I could get all that inventory stuff cleared up. But I was not able to. I have not been able to be. That's not entirely fair. I have been able to. I've just been tired and I've gone to bed a lot. Well, I'm getting old, I guess. I am old enough to read email, so that's supposed
Sleep
to
is
be,
important.
when you're reading email, you're supposed to read email in bed, I guess. So, um,
Sure.
so my brain just associates go to bed now. Sorry about that. But anyway, I haven't been able to really hop on much because I've just been kind of going to bed sooner and I have other things to do. But just aside from that, I was able to finish the oh my goodness Golden Pursuit. And by finish, I mean I got all the way to the final reward. I didn't complete all of them individually. I have a few more that I could complete that have a couple of RIP vouchers attached to them. But if by chance you happen to catch this before that ends, that's ending in a few days from now, like 3 days. That's one day per week we've missed. Um,
That's right.
yeah, that's how you keep up with that. But um, yeah, so you got a couple more days to try to do that if you catch this beforehand. Um, but by the time we release this, if you're not hearing it before that, then you might be too late. So hopefully you didn't miss it. But that's been pretty much it for me. How about you?
Oh man, it has been a busy 3 weeks. I'll take the blame for the kid aggro last week that kept us from doing a show. So we're a bit of a week behind kind of on the news, but yeah, just kind of going back and recapping. I had a lot of real life stuff going on. We had a little mini flood at my house that kind of took over the one week because it happened on a like Saturday into a Sunday, so that kept me occupied why we didn't get to do a show that week. And then my son has gone back to school now, so it's kind of getting back on a schedule and getting used to going to bed at a decent hour. And yeah, it's just been It's been an adjustment dealing with all of the real life stuff, and then with that stuff, I am like I put in here that I'm half done with the current pursuits. I don't think I am on PlayStation now that I'm thinking about it and going back and looking at it. I've been struggling to get consistent logins on PlayStation just because, like you, I've been so tired when I get home and whatnot. So that's been a bit of a thing, but I'm working on it, so hopefully I can crank out a majority of these in the next couple days. I've also had the weird little autosave bug, which if you're a console user with add-ons, you may have heard about it, where it does this little weird, like, asking you to autosave. It actually hiccuped the show a few minutes ago, and we ended up having to stop and restart, but, yeah, so I've turned all my add-ons off now, so now that I was comfortable with them, I'm sad that they're off, but it is what it is. Let's see. I finished Pursuits on PC because I was able to do that while I was at work in between stuff. And then today, over there on PC, I also helped some guildies farm leads for a few hours. I did Blackdrake Villa, City of Ash 2, Volenfell, part of Depths of Malatar, all in that time period, and got leads from them. And then, this one's big. I finally finished Moongrave Fane on PCNA. Why is this a big deal? It's a big deal because I started that dungeon, and the last time I was in there was with Cash in like 2020, I don't know, 2, 3 maybe. So
Do you mean on PC specifically or period?
yes, no, I mean on PC specifically.
Okay.
So there was a night that I was online in Lore Seekers, and I wanted to do the pledges, and Cash was looking for people and Max was looking for people, so we decided, why not? We'll do the pledges, and we ended up trying to go in there on Vet with just I think we had 4 of us now that I'm thinking about it, but I was like really under leveled at the time. I think it was only like CP 20, so I didn't even have all my skills fully leveled. And I picked up the quest and started it as an undaunted quest with them, and we ended up getting to the second to last boss and not being able to finish it. And I was up with them till about 4:30 in the morning doing it. And it was because of just not having the proper skill set, that we were running with 3 DPS and 1 tank. Like, it was just a wild time. We had a ton of fun, but I just didn't finish it. And ever since then, I've literally never run Moongrave Fane on PC. For whatever reason, I just hadn't done it. It's never shuffled up in a random, and I've never had guildies that wanted to run it, and today I did, and I was in there and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna actually finish this quest on here. This is really weird. I've had this sitting in my quest log for like years now, and it was actually one of those things where I was like, I don't know if I want to finish it. It's like one of the last things I did with Cash. And then I finished it and I turned it in, and I was like, well, I bet the orc at the Undaunted Enclave really thought I had died for 2 years, because I finally turned it in. So it was funny. It's finally out of my quest log. But yeah, it was a good time. So we did a lot of farming today and got a lot of stuff done, and it was great. So,
I think Cash would
probably
be proud.
I hope so. Probably the most I've played the game in like a while. So yeah, we had a fun time. And that is pretty much it. It's been a crazy few weeks.
Yeah, COA 2 and Volenfell 2 all in one day.
Yeah, Volenfell 2 and COA 2,
Yeah.
Honestly, City of Ash is not hard, but gosh, it's long. Although I will say we plowed through that one pretty fast. And the crazy thing about these is, so when you run something for a lead, right? Some of these are like from any boss or from any mob or whatever, and then others are like, no, you have to do it on the last boss. So I think Volenfell was last boss. City of Ash 2 I think was last boss. Blackdrake Villa though is any boss, and 3 out of the 4 of us got it, and then it took almost the entire dungeon for the 4th person to get the drop. And once we got most of the way through, we were like, screw it, we're already almost done, keep going. So we just went ahead and finished the dungeon because one of the people had never run it before. And that was kind of the same with Moongrave Fane too. It was like, okay, we're almost done. We may as well just finish it. So just finish it. By the time we all picked up the lead, so it was a good day. It was fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
it's time.
It's time
for the news.
Feels weird. It's only two of us.
I know.
Although, to be fair, it is only two of us. Just different twos of us. Recently,
that's true.
Quite a bit, because life be lifing. But
life be lifing. Yeah.
Welcome to life. Stay a while.
I think I'll like that. I would like to stay a while. Thank you.
I'll try to stick around. Maybe I'll be able to check email twice.
Oh.
I say it's a long time away, but I've already done it once. Anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Somebody that's new to the show is like, what is he talking about?
Yeah. If this is someone's first time listening to the show, we're sorry.
Well, yeah, you'll have to go back and listen to the back catalog to catch up on what that reference is and why I keep bumping the mic stand.
You're so out of practice.
Yeah, I'm trying to position myself so I can read off of my thing over here.
Is it because you're old enough to need glasses?
I've been old enough for glasses since I was a kid. So, but luckily I'm able to wear contacts, so I don't have to fool with glasses too often. Anyway, and here's a pro tip for you. If you ever find yourself in a position where you work around a lot of onions and you have to cut a lot of onions, whether it's
wear
in
glasses.
A job, wear contacts, because I work in an environment where people have to cut onions every morning, and even the people on the other side of the table doing other prep work start crying. They're like, the onions are so bad, and whoever's cutting the onions, a lot of times they're walking away, just tears in their eyes, walking into the cooler, trying to cool off. And I go over there and cut them, and I'm like, what's the big deal? They're like, how do you do that? I'm like, I guess because I'm wearing contacts. It's eye shields. I don't know. Anyway, that one was free. The next one I'm charging for.
Wow.
So we're going to get started. Well, there's some news. Like Crazy said earlier, we're a little behind. There's actually news we're not going to talk about tonight because we're behind, and we'll catch up later.
And we want to give that pretty big news because it's about some organizational changes and stuff. It's due. Like we don't want to skip over that one.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll all be able to be back next week so we can touch on those things. Anyway, to start with, we've got a review
of QuakeCon. We don't have to review too much on this one. I just wanted to mention it because it was a charity thing, and we love charity stuff around here at the Lore Seekers and everywhere else. The ESO community, I think, just does a great job with charity in general. But yeah, so they did QuakeCon 2025 from Grapevine, Texas, just like they have done in many, many years past. And this year they did the Dallas Pets Alive charity stream again. So they streamed on the Bethesda channel to support Dallas Pets Alive, and there was all sorts of stuff that happened during that. So there were different donations to make Finn and Gina eat dog treats, which got out of control very quickly. And they both had a lot of different types of dog treats that they had to eat, so they were champions when it came to that. And then there was also one for if they hit a certain amount of money, Finn was actually going to let Gina or someone shave his face for charity. So they ended up doing that, and he ended up walking out of there with no facial hair anymore. And then it got really crazy because at one point I left the stream and came back, and when I came back, Pain in the Axe was shaving one of the other community managers or one of the other community people, Kevin's face. So Kevin also ended up having his face shaved by one of the stream team members. So there was a lot of shaving of facial hair for charity, and everybody was champions doing that and eating dog treats. And yeah, between the over 30 streamers that actually did live streams during that week for Dallas Pets Alive, they ended up raising about $15,694.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's solid.
So that's a solid amount to help keep pets from being euthanized in shelters. So really, really great job to the ESO community for that. And then they also streamed on Bethesda what they've done the past couple of years. They did a call out of, or like an esports style tournament of Aussie and Cage, and 8 Puppies and Finn did shoutcast commentary throughout the whole thing. So they did that and had grand prize winners of a bracket, basically, where they won 14,000 crowns, a year-long ESO Plus membership, a 10-year anniversary goblet, and an in-game mount of their choice. So
Nice.
that happened on that day. And then, of course, there was the QuakeCon meetup for the community, which was at the Gaylord Texan Resort, and people got to mix and mingle and chat one-on-one with some members of the ESO team. So one of our lore seekers was there, Hircine, and took their little golden honor guar. So I had just talked with them at GCX, and then they were also at QuakeCon a few weeks later. So got to see the little golden honor do his little travel around, and he actually got featured on the Elder Scrolls page, which was really cute. If you click on it, there's the little QuakeCon page, and then there's golden honor right there with all of his stuff and his little pins, and it was cute. So it was a great, seemed like it was a great QuakeCon for the ESO fam for 2025.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hope that as solid as that total was that they raised, that their dog treats were also solid, because I don't know about canned dog food.
They were not. They were solid. They were like those little, like, you know, the ones that are made out of like pumpkin and blueberry and stuff
so the
like
ones
that,
that people can eat anyway.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
They were ones that were okay for people to try. I don't think they would be eating the other ones.
I'm just thinking, you know, I don't. You can raise money, but I'm not opening a can of Alpo.
Absolutely not.
Stuff
Absolutely
smells terrible. Not
Yeah,
eating it.
disgusting. No, thank you. No, thank
Now,
you.
bacon strips, maybe. No.
Chewy, yummy, smoky, bacon. Oh, man. Something else that came out really quick, because do you know too much about the next one there that I had listed? About the community calendar?
No.
Okay, so...
Maybe. I don't know a lot. Go ahead.
This has been something that's been being asked for a while, and they were finally able to add it to the website, and I got so excited. So if you go to the ElderScrollsOnline.com website and you actually click on community, it will now pull up a community calendar that is all of the events for the month. So they've been doing like those previews of like, here's what's coming up in August, and it shows you like the Golden Pursuit and the something from the Crown Store showcase if it's going on, and you know, an event if it's coming up, and it has the dates. They now have that in calendar form on the website. And the best part about it is if you click on the actual date on the calendar that it shows that it's starting, it directly links you to whatever the internet article is that goes along with it. So, for example, QuakeCon. If QuakeCon was listed there on the dates it was listed, if you actually clicked on the date, it would take you to the QuakeCon review or to the QuakeCon article that would let you go there. So, yes, thank you for adding that. So it's at elderscrollsonline.com/en-us/community. The other cool thing is if you scroll down, I think it also shows the streamers. It also shows the creation team, or the creator. Oh my gosh. Wow. Ha! My brain just completely restarted. Because I was watching you type stuff and my brain just, I think I had lag for a second. So anyway, if you go there, you can actually scroll down and see whatever they're listing on the community page, whether that be the calendar, whether that be the Oh, actually, look, and it's going into September already. There's also the creator program where you can learn more. You can download official assets for the game, including logos, key art, brand guides, stuff like that. And then it also has the link for you to add any console add-ons if you're a developer there. And it also has a link for the stream team. So it basically has all the community stuff lumped under one page, which is really cool. So that one's exciting.
No, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, and it looks like it's got, this is really neat because this is one of the articles we're going to be covering. So it's showing in September the Feast of Shadows and Update 47 console launch. And then it's showing a Domination mini event on September 4th through 9th with Battlegrounds. So you can already kind of look ahead and see the week at a glance, or like the next couple weeks at a glance, which is fun. Pardon my yawn. Oh my goodness, that hit me out of nowhere. Sorry about that.
Well, it's like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing we're not actually in the same room, because I'd probably be yawning next. I don't know if digital yawns are quite as contagious.
Yeah.
This is just completely unrelated to the meat of the topic here, but is that background just art from the game? Like, is that like a close-up screenshot of those
Of the different alliance peoples?
yeah, or is that like someone actually made that stuff? And because it looks really like detailed,
Crisp.
but, yeah.
Yeah, I think
But-
it's assets that exist in the game. It's just they've brought them together differently.
Yeah. I
So
figured
like
it was.
the shields are the ones that we can get from, that we could get from the White Strikes events with the tickets the one time, and then same for the banners. Those are the staves that you can get
Wait,
from that event.
I'm not sure
and
if we're looking at
then-
the same thing.
I'm looking at the community thing. What are you
Are
looking
you?
at?
Oh, I'm not.
I'm looking
seeing
at the top of the community page.
Oh, you know what? It's probably because I have it shrunk down and taking up half my screen instead of full screen. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why. Just ignore my
Yeah.
idiot question. Because
No,
I've
it's
got
okay.
two things
And-
up on my screen at once, so it like zoomed in and cut it down. So
Oh.
all I'm actually seeing is like the torsos of three of them.
Oh,
and, like,
of their armor.
Yes, it was like really close up, and I was like, man, that armor's like it's popping. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, and then if you scroll down for the creator program spot, it has the alliance leaders and like the stuff that's coming from the Stark Fellowship. So that may be what you were looking at.
Yeah, now I just feel like an idiot, because if I had just, full screen that, I would have been like, yeah, that's clearly from the game. I know that. Don't worry, I am completely as dumb as I sound. So,
Stop.
so anyway, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just close that out. So, yeah. So that's it for the community thing, right?
That's it for the community thing. We can
So-
move on to the Feast of Shadows preview.
Ready to move on, Ron?
Thank you. Because I read everything on the teleprompter.
Wait, what did you say you were ready to move on to? The Feast of Shadows.
The Black Gem Foundry, which I have run, by the way,
yeah.
and that is one great dungeon.
One great dungeon.
I mean, what's happening in there? Not great. Not great at all.
Wow.
But the dungeon itself, good.
Well,
I would be a little nervous on vet. I ran it on normal, and that's good enough for me for right now.
all right. Well, we just want to read through this. You've got first-hand experience with it. So.
Sure.
Wow, this is long.
They're both long. It's the dungeon previews for both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of pictures in between.
I like pictures.
Okay, well, do you need me to read this one, or do you want to read this one?
I'll read it.
Great.
Because books with pictures are easy to read.
They sure are. Well done, Kat.
It's I say that, and then it's probably gonna be full of a bunch of like Dwemer words. But anyway, here we go. All right. Feast of Shadows preview. Black Gem Foundry. Get an early look at Black Gem Foundry, a new dungeon coming to ESO and Update 47 with the Feast of Shadows Dungeon Pack. The second dungeon pack of 2025, Feast of Shadows, is coming to live servers soon. It brings with it 2 new dungeons, Naj Kaldish and Black Gem Foundry. For now, the forgotten ruin of Naj Kaldish remains a mystery, perhaps to be unveiled soon. Instead, journey into the depths of Molag Bal's Oblivion Realm to Cold Harbor to witness the perils of the Black Gem Foundry dungeon. Learn how events have unfolded there, what deadly threats it holds, and the precious rewards to claim from it. Toil and Turmoil. You can reach the entrance to the Black Gem Foundry from a cave in Western Solstice, but the foundry itself, both a quarry and forge for black soul gems, is deep within Molag Bal's Oblivion Realm. A planar portal marks the work of nefarious hands, but so much worse awaits you in the foul pits of Cold Harbor once you enter. What could possibly drive you to seek out such a place? It's the classic conundrum of something terrible being cooked up in Cold Harbor and players being tasked to stop it, explains writer-designer Julie Comstock. The terrible something in question is weapons laced with soul magic, capable of ripping the vital animus directly out of a person. These armaments are the main product manufactured in this vile place, and they pose a terrible danger to Solstice and beyond if allowed to leave its forges. Fortunately, players have someone on the inside, to help them deal with the threat. Dalinor, the summoner who discovered the true nature of this place, realizes too late that he's naively helped the Soulbinders ramp up Foundry production with the aid of his summoned Atronachs, says Comstock. He's desperate for someone strong enough to shut the place down and help him make things right. The weapons have not yet reached mass production, giving you a fighting chance to stop the whole operation. If you can conquer the Foundry's defenses, the Fellowship of Sturk, the Alliances, and perhaps of all Tamriel are counting on you to defeat them and deny the Worm Cult access to these terrible tools of death. Terrible foes throng within the dungeon, including bosses wielding or forged from powerful soul magic. These dungeon bosses won't easily allow you to put a stop to their dire work. I love how the arenas for Quarry Masters Saldazar and the Black Gem Monstrosity present very different field hazards to players, calling for the need to be really spatially aware to mitigate and even survive certain attacks, shares Comstock. High Soulbinder Vikand also test that awareness, plus the player's attention and memory. It's the type of fight that rewards players for group coordination and communication. The Black Gem Monstrosity is a towering Atronach made from black gems that are held together with chains and twisted summoner magic, says senior content designer and dungeon team product owner Shane Slama. It's a tough fight because you have to pay attention to the lava that rises and falls, all while making sure no one in your group gets singled out by its hyper-focused beam attacks. Keep your eyes peeled for any objects of interest, and don't hesitate to explore off the beaten path. Hence, Salama, your efforts may provide a leg up in the toughest boss battles. Even more so for those with high-level crafting that know how to maximize the power of black gems. Doing good deeds is its own reward, but you may well want more material compensation for your efforts in halting this threat in the form of new item sets, collectibles, achievements, and more. Skill styles are one of my favorite rewards, and we've got one of those for the Fire Rune ability, says Slama. And if you love showing off mementos you've earned, we've got an abnormally slick black gem that nobody seems capable of holding on to. You can also acquire several items from 4 new gear sets in the dungeon, one for each armor weight and a monster mask featuring the Black Gem Monstrosity. These include the Lustrous Soulwell light armor set, which greatly boosts your group's recovery whenever you use an ultimate ability. In the Black Gem Foundry, the rewards are worth the risk. Daedric domination awaits Tamriel if the Worm Cult triumphs, so be sure to oppose the forces of Molag Bal in the Feast of Shadows dungeon pack. Let us know if you'll be doing your part in the necromantic war on socials. The Feast of Shadows Dungeon Pack arrives for 2025 Content Pass owners and ESO Plus members alongside the Update 47 base game patch on August 18th on PC Mac and September 3rd for Xbox and PlayStation consoles. The dungeons will be available for purchase in the Crown Store.
Yup. Let me tell you, there are some very fun and definitely crazy mechanics that I would be like, okay, that's probably going to be rough on Vet. That one that he's talking about, the lava boss, that one, if you're not paying attention, it could be wild. So, I don't want to do any spoilers. The other thing too is the jewelry crafting thing that it was talking about. Incredibly useful, but the buffs that you get from it are so great that it made all of us in there on normal go, wait a minute. That probably means that Vet is kind of scary. Because of there's one that gives you recovery, and it's pretty sizable. Like stamina, I think it's stamina and magicka recovery, and it's a pretty sizable additional thing. So it's part of the secrets that are in there, the stuff that has to do with the jewelry crafting. So no spoilers here because console doesn't have it yet, but I will say it is well worth doing the side stuff. And visually, this dungeon is very cool. Of the new ones, my favorite is actually the other one, Naj Kaldish, but this one was really well done and enjoyable as well. So, I have no idea what you do on the last boss, which is actually what one of these screenshots is here. That one that has all the different runes over the crystals. We were laughing because on normal, we just like burned it. So we tried to do some mechanics and they didn't work. And we're like, we have no idea what we're doing. Just kill it. So I have to go back in there and actually figure out what the mechanics are for that last boss. But it is possible to just kind of burn through it mostly on normal. So yeah, still fun though.
You know, reading that about the, let's see, yeah, the weapons laced with soul magic, capable of ripping the vital animus directly out of a person.
Yeah,
the
lore is gnarly.
I was just thinking that it would be really, really cool if they would make that kind of play into the sets that you can get, and if they did, sweet. But you know, some of the set bonuses that you could get from that dungeon, if they had something themed like that, could be kind of fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I didn't pay too closely attention to the actual sets. You're right, that would be really cool, but from a lore perspective, it might be a little problematic.
Well, I said themed. You know, just you know, they could
like
come
kind of
up
like
with something.
that thought process. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I there was some interesting reading in there. Doing that one on a lore run was fun because of some of the lore that talks about that particular piece, like the refraction of souls and how it works with the black soul gems and sort of how they're figuring out other ways to power things with Atronachs and whatnot. It was a very cool thing, and it definitely ties into the why it would be so dangerous if it got out with everything going on with the Writhing Wall and Solstice. But I also think it probably ties a little bit into the Soul Reapers themselves, and how those work as well. So it's cool. There's some interesting stuff in there. Same with Naj Kaldish. The lore in Naj Kaldish is, I need to do more research. I want to know more. So, some good stuff in these two dungeons. If you're a person that likes to run through and slow roll, do it. Worth it. Worth it.
Right.
Speaking of Naj Kaldish, okay, I just would like to tell everyone that Never is adding things into the notes while we're going because I jokingly said earlier that I would read everything on the teleprompter. I'm not reading that. Although I am kind of a roly-poly, I guess I should say. Okay, I'm a roly-poly. Yes, you are. That's what's in my notes right here. Okay.
Yes, you are reading that because you did read it, and I was saying I'm a roly-poly. You were talking about people that like to slow roll through the dungeon. For the lore and the story. And I'm a roly-poly.
All right, me too.
All
right, let's go. I'll read this one. So we have Naj Kaldish as well that's included, which is an ancient Argonian citadel once thought lost to legend, and it now awaits your exploration. Naj Kaldish is a lost Zanmir that's said to house a legendary power, says writer-designer Helena Watchhouse. An Argonian called Siegzilts uncovered a hidden entrance only for Wuj-Loxel necromancers to storm in and overrun it. Naj Kaldish tells a unique story within the Seasons of the Worm Cult saga, delving deeper into the unique Argonian presence on the island and the machinations of the necromantic cult. In this dungeon, we wanted to explore the ways that the Worm Cult's activity impacts the people living on Solstice. The Worm Cult destroyed Siegzilt's village, which led her to seek out Naj Kaldish as temporary housing. It's unfortunate that the Worm Cult's activities also inspired the Wuj-Loxel to grow their power using the Zanmir. It's up to you and your allies to enter the citadel and stop the necromancers before they can further corrupt the ancient citadel and unleash it upon the people of Solstice. Remote and mysterious, the Wuj-Loxel are not the only dangers you and your party will encounter within the halls of Naj Kaldish. Be sure to watch your step as you explore its halls. Deadly traps abound, and a wrong move could get you scorched or sliced, warns senior content designer and dungeon team product owner Shane Slama. Plus, your enemies can also trigger the traps, so paying attention to where every foot is planted is smart. You might just find that certain traps are quite helpful in dealing with the bones that are particularly hard to break. Survive the dungeon's deadly traps and bosses, and you might find your skills challenged in other ways as you explore. Because Naj Kaldish is an ancient Zanmir, it has a lot of secrets lost to time. One of them is the Vasa Saxel. It's an instrument that predates the much smaller Vasa saddle and the much smaller Vassal saddle. The sacred pipe organ takes at least 4 people to play it, but the music it makes can echo throughout the Zanmir. I heard it's pretty rewarding to play if you can find it. Fortunately for you and your allies, in addition to its dangers, this perilous ruin is also home to great rewards, including 4 all-new item sets, a monster mask, and special collectibles. The key to the stone achievement is a tough one to get, but if your group is up for it, you'll earn the Deathbringer title, says Slama. And if you can't resist the urge to blow the seeds off of the dandelions, you'll enjoy the seed-heavy hist bulb memento that is chock full of seeds to send flying into the wind. Wishes may or may not be granted, but it's worth a shot. Also found among the dungeon's item set rewards, the Zanmir Spellweaver light armor may be a particular interest if you make extensive use of subclassing. The 5-piece bonus on this set rewards an elemental approach, mixing flame, frost, and shock damage. Are you ready to delve into the lost secrets of Naj Kaldish? Mysterious new dangers, secrets, and rewards await those willing to explore its ancient and perilous halls. Yes. Alright, so this dungeon is visually awesome. Like, so awesome. There is so much to look at. It essentially feels like an upside-down Zanmir, which I speculated was intentional. I don't know if it is, but I speculated it was intentional because it's Stone Nest Argonians. And to me, having an upside-down Zanmir to be like a nest was like such a cool thought process. So going through the dungeon and seeing how it's built in the layers was really, really intriguing to me. There's also a ton of new Argonian like reliefs in here, and they actually do discuss some of them in the dialogue at the end if you actually talk to one of the people that's there. But it shows a lot of really cool new sort of reliefs and things that we've never seen before. And some of the visuals in this place are just awesome. Just awesome. The end boss is really cool looking. There is one boss room, though, that's like the middle boss, and man, I'm gonna tell you what. just like the other one. On vet, it was bad enough on normal. On vet, it would be rough. I'm sure. It's got a lot of floor plates and weird things, and there's stuff that's happening on the floor while you're chasing stuff around. It's just there's a lot of mechanics in a couple of these, but really, really fun and really good lore and just fun to explore. Some of the side stuff that has to do with the musical instrument in this one is hard to find. We were very, very lucky because we had someone with us that had done it before. And so there was one room that I would have probably missed if I was just running on my own or like first time. And it was really, the achievement that you get from playing the musical instrument is super fun. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to say anything else, but it's fun when you have 4 of you trying to do this together. And if one person messes up, you know exactly who it was because of what it does. So it's a fun time. Definitely explore it. Definitely go get in there and run around and slow roll this one too, because it was great. Oh, now I see. Oh, goodness. Yep, now I know why you were confused.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. We're doing production stuff on the backside here with the. He was sending me a picture of what he was seeing in that one link, but yeah, Naj Kaldish is cool. I like this one a lot. I want to run it again.
We'll run it again.
Well, I will when we get it on console. Let's run it together.
Run it again.
And again and again and again.
Over and over and over.
Yep.
So I was looking at the that first picture in that article, and I had a thought.
Yep.
So, well, actually, you remember recently we had the mammoth mount?
Yes, I own it.
Yeah, big giant
That
mount.
guy is not a mount. Trust me.
Oh, I'm sure. But wouldn't that be a cool reward? Defeat that thing like on vet and you get it as a mount.
Yeah. I suppose so. I don't know. Having fought it, I don't think I would want it as a mount. I don't think I would. Nope.
I'm just tossing out ideas for ways that Zos can
it's on all fours there, but it doesn't stay on all fours if I remember correctly.
Well, that's okay. It can stay on all fours while you're out. Hey, they can have mounts that we just ride on their back like piggyback style. You know, if it wants to like
think
reach.
Of when everybody was joking around about Lyris giving everyone a piggyback ride.
Yeah.
Lyris mount. No.
Anyway, yeah, that popped in my head. I was like, that would be kind of a cool thing to start adding into reward pools.
That would be pretty crazy.
Especially if you want to give people reasons to get in and do vet that normally might not want to go do vet. Go and defeat this. Yeah, something like that would be cool. Anywho,
that'd be pretty cool.
That's just me brain vomiting again.
That's okay. Hey, speaking of mounts, you know what's the thing I never knew that I needed in this game?
A mount that can swim.
Yeah, I had no idea how much I was going to like that. When they first announced that, I'm like, meh. Nope, I love it. It's the best update. It's like one of my favorite things that they've added to the base game. Wow. And at first I was like, ugh, I bet they're just, I mean, I didn't think this, but I wondered if they were just going to make it where they like run the same way they do on land, but in water. Nope. Nope. They sure don't. They all do something a little bit different when they're swimming. Like, my favorite example is my mammoth's name is now Snorkel Trunk, because as soon as that mammoth hits the water, his little trunk comes up, and it's sticking out of the water, and it's just bobbing around, and so his name is Snorkel Trunk. I actually renamed him.
That's hilarious. Snorkel Trunk.
Snorkel trunk. And the guar are so cute when they swim. Their little happy face is up above the water, and they got a big old smile on their face. And the wolves when they swim, it's just really fun. They're really the swimming stuff is like the most underrated, my favorite thing of this whole update. It's so
Interesting.
silly. It's so silly. And it's so nice to run across the zones and not get knocked off. I never realized how great it is to be able to just beeline to my destination and swim somewhere and not come off of my mount. It is just the best thing ever.
Now, the next thing we need is the ability to harvest resources and not
Oh,
dismount.
that's dirty talk, man. Whew. I can't even imagine. That would be so awesome.
Because a lot of games have that. I don't know about MMOs specifically, but a lot of
Yeah.
games you just run through on your mount and collect stuff, and it doesn't take you off. It just sticks in your inventory. Now, a lot of those
Man,
games, I don't think they necessarily have
animations for it.
animations for it. So
Yeah, that's the problem, is we have animations for our gathering and custom ones at that, so.
yeah, they just need custom mount, zap everything with a lightning bolt, and it goes in your backpack. I don't know.
Right, right.
That's how I collect wood. I have
Yeah,
the little lightning uh, animation that harvests the wood for me.
nice.
So I'm just running around throwing lightning at logs. I'll show you log blast. Anyway,
Yeah, right. Jeez. Alright, well, let's get into it. Let's do the Update 47 base game preview, because we are getting our update soon on console, so why not?
yeah,
Why not?
yeah. So you want me to read this one since you just read?
Sure, sure.
Okay. Update 47 preview, base game improvements. Check out the improvements coming to ESO's base game with update 47. It's a lot of updates, but if they better speed it up or I'm going to catch up.
It is.
From swimming mounts to stackable surveys. Woohoo! Update 47 is nearly here, arriving August 18th on PC and Mac and September 3rd for Xbox and PlayStation. The base game update is free for all players and includes a variety of improvements and new features. You can lead your horse or any mount to water. Just remember, you can't make it drink. Starting in Update 47, your mounts will be able to swim anywhere you can. No more getting dismounted in watery zones like Shadowfen or Vardenfell. You can ride them across inconvenient rivers or even into the ocean. Just be mindful of slaughterfish. Mount swimming is a function that we've wanted to incorporate for a long time so you can continue your journey without being dismounted in waist-high water, says lead animator Ed Lynch. We're excited to finally bring this improvement to every mount in ESO, past and future. This quality of life improvement comes with custom animations, sounds, and more. Ever wonder how a Dwemer spider swims? Take one out in the water, you might be surprised. When showing people a quick prototype after poking around some of the swimming and physics code, I thought it would be as simple as just not dismounting when in water. However, when we got to work in earnest, that was just the tip of the iceberg, recounts gameplay engineer Jose Camacho. We had to account for supporting new styles of animations, transitions, sound, VFX, and all the things I didn't even start to think about with just the prototype. And when we say all mounts can swim, we mean it. All mounts. The hobby horse is always one of those mounts that has to get special treatment and always needs unique solutions to make it work, notes senior animator Radasal Alexander. Sorry if I'm getting the name wrong there. But I don't mind since that was the mount I made. Hang on to every word. The tremendous amount of high-quality voice acting across ESO's content helps bring Tamriel to life. If you're the sort of player who hates to miss a word of it, then you'll appreciate the most recent update to ESO's NPC conversations. We've added a button that will replay the most recent said voiceover line from the NPC you are conversing with. The main inspiration for this came from a forum post I saw, shares senior UI engineer Seth Lands. The tech for this also allowed us to implement screen narration for conversations without us having to worry about the narration and voiceover overlapping, which is something that had been on my accessibility wish for a while. We were able to kill two birds with one stone. Poor birds. Now you don't need to worry about accidentally skipping past the delivery of a biting quip or a heartfelt plea due to a sudden lapse in attention or a wayward cat's paw. In Update 46, Master Writs began to arrive in stackable envelopes that helped reduce inventory clutter. We previously mentioned that the tech implemented for this feature was something we hoped we would have more use in the future. Now we've taken that functionality and applied it to survey reports, further streamlining inventories and reducing pressure on your bags. The overall idea is the same as Master Writs, though it's worth mentioning that these stackable survey reports are tradable, shares Senior Systems Designer Matthew Ploys. In the design, we discussed whether or not we should bind them to the player and follow the same behavior, or if we should let them be sellable or tradable. It was generally agreed that this would be a good opportunity to let players create a market for them. The Infinite Archive has received an update to the visions awarded within, allowing you to re-roll the options you've been awarded after defeating a boss. The new system is really targeted at both newer players and those familiar with Infinite Archive and how it works. Shares lead encounter Mike Finnegan, designer Mike Finnegan. For newer players, you can spend those hard-earned fortunes on a vision that's more attractive to your current run and useful so that you can potentially get further. For veterans of Infinite Archive, you can fish for that special vision you always love to use. The new system allows for a greater degree of control over your runs, if you know what you're looking for. Still, it always helps to be flexible. Hermaeus Mora does not yield his secrets without cost. Take a look and have a good idea of the visions available and which ones work best, Finnegan says. The costs start to increase pretty dramatically, so having a good bank of fortunes is beneficial. After that, it's weighing the options and not letting perfect options get in the way of good options. These are just some of the highlights of the changes coming to the ESO with Update 47. You can expect all the above in addition to new items and collectibles, compass improvements, and more. What are you most excited to see? Let us know over on the socials.
The compass improvements are pretty rad as well. They tell you now the distance to a marker and stuff, so it's really helpful when you're looking for something.
Interesting.
Yep.
There's something here.
The quality of life updates in this update are really, really great. The combat updates, questionable with certain things, but the quality of life stuff is real good.
Isn't this the update that had all the stuff with the Ultimate Generation?
Yeah, there's a lot of nerfing and things like that.
Yeah.
We were hoping for some buffing of certain things rather than nerfing of others. Yeah, that's this update. But what I will say is, I mean, I'm not a min-maxer, but for me, it hasn't been too terrible when I've been playing it over on PC. So.
You know, sometimes I think that's the beauty
far, it's
of.
been okay.
Sometimes I think that's the beauty of not being a min-maxer, is you know,
you don't really feel some of this stuff in the way that other people do.
Yeah, it doesn't stress me out quite as much with certain changes.
No.
Now, if I did spend some time putting together a build that relied on, for example, the issue that many people have had with this current thing is they made some of the unique buffs to they changed them into major minor buffs, so you can't stack them. And so if I put together time, I put in time getting the things to, for that kind of stuff, and I understand that frustration, but man, the games like this they change every patch anyway. The constant, if you're chasing the top level, you're always having to change stuff. I couldn't do it. So props to those that do.
That's the nature of an MMO, which is hard, right? Like, nobody wants to have to change or keep up. And I will say the nice thing about ESO is, in general, like, you don't have to re-roll. Like, your gear that you had previously doesn't become obsolete, like in some MMOs, right? Like, some MMOs, basically, as soon as the next patch hits, whatever you got is completely useless. So good luck. You better grind again. I like that ESO doesn't deal with that in that way. Like, yes, perhaps a set that you're using now is just not great anymore. but it doesn't mean that it's unusable. It just means it's not great anymore.
Yeah, and you can use it while
you
you're
know?
working towards other things, or you can just mix
Right.
up other stuff that maybe is better now. And
Right, right.
anyway,
And that's one of the things I appreciate about this game. I also don't envy them for the amount of balancing that they have to do. Like it's insane.
yeah,
The amount of balancing on the armor sets alone is nuts. And then you add in subclassing and you add in, all the stuff that's class specific and it just I'm sure it gets wild. No, I will agree. I think sometimes that I wish they would add buffs to stuff rather than nerfing things because I do think subclassing gave it like a really it freshened things up. It brought some people back. Like the community has been pretty good with the turnover and like some retention of older players who hadn't been in a while. I mean, we've even seen it within our guild. We've had people returning or people, in the roster that we hadn't seen their names in a while, and I think that's great. But long term, it gets hard when you get a major combat rework or something major like that again, because it will bring some people back, but it will also drive some other people away. I can tell you that if I was in a prog group or something like that, it would probably be frustrating. But I'm not, and I'm just a person that plays casually, and I don't really I've gotten more to adjusting my builds as of late, but previously I just kind of was like, oh, it just feels like I'm hitting a little less hard, or oh, now I'm hitting harder than I was. So for me, it's just been kind of like I'm playing with these skills because they're what I want to play, because I like my Nightblade, not because she does the best damage. So, yeah. And good morning to you, Raymond.
Oh, hi, Ryman.
So,
I was gonna
yeah.
say when this says all mounts,
Mm-hmm.
and it references the hobby horse.
Yep, you can do it.
Which one is the hobby horse?
It's the stick horse that you can get during Jester's Fest.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because I
Yep.
don't think I have a stick horse, but I have a stick war.
I have a
think.
stick war.
Yeah. So those have swim animations too.
They sure do.
That's great, but they don't affect your run speed.
They do not. They do not affect your run
Oh,
speed.
but
They do have swim animations.
since they you can swim in them now, you can just get your run speed maxed out, and anyway.
That's awesome. Raymond actually says we actually had the hobby horse and the stick war at Gamescom.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. Gamescom is wait, was today the last day? We're awaiting a live reply. It's cool but exhausting. Would imagine. I saw some of your posts from there. Very cool. Well, we'll have to take a little peek and do a little Gamescom quick cover there. Maybe next week or something. So, I can imagine.
Today was the last day to answer your question.
Awesome. He said, well, it's already Monday here, so yesterday was. Yes, that's true. I suppose I should have asked. But it's also Monday for me now as well. Just
Sunday,
very far
October
behind
20
you.
or Sunday, August 24th, 2025 was the last day of this Gamescom.
Yes,
There we go.
yes.
So no matter
There
what
you
time
go.
it is,
No
that's
matter
the
what
day
time
and
it is.
date.
Correct.
All right. Yeah, I'm not
My
sure if I've heard a
goodness.
lot about Gamescom. I usually keep up with some stuff coming out of those, but I've not
Yeah.
been as engaged.
Ryman says no ES6 news. That's correct. Yeah, no ES6 news. But we did get an interview that we're going to hopefully try and cover next week that had Rich and Nick and Kai, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. But there's going to be some changes in the ESO. I don't want to say umbrella. That's not a great way of referencing it. But yeah, there's changes coming. There's changes coming. So
Umbrella,
A. Yes, we want to give that its due time and discussion and everything. So, um, we'll talk about that probably next week. So, cool. Yeah. Oh man. For Lauren here, because there's so much crafting going on with the Golden Pursuits, I just grabbed the lore books, the motif stuff, and Gwen's already gone. Gwen actually didn't join us tonight, Raymond. She is still off for probably at least another week. She had family in town this week and whatnot, so she was on a bit of a hiatus after coming back from the tavern and everything. So, and we have not done a show in about 3 weeks because I had real life stuff going on that I talked about at the beginning of the show. I had a little mini flood and a bunch of different things going on. So, yeah, it's been a crazy 3 weeks for us here. We had lots of real life lifing. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So, I'm good. Never, you good?
Well, I'm surviving.
And hopefully Gwen's good. Her little one also started school, I think. So, yeah. It's been kind of crazy for all three of us. So, yeah. Crazy times, and we always say real life first. So, that's why it's been a little quiet on the Snugpod side of things for the moment, but yeah. Okay, well, back to what I was saying. So I grabbed the crafting books, the motifs, and I have like just the list of all of them. So I figured as little lore blurb, we could just pick a few of them for funsies and read what it has to say about them. So we're taking requests, Raymond, and also Never, I'll take a request. Do you have a particular style that you would like read?
Well, a lot of what I wear is either red or black.
Okay.
You said it, I like a particular one red.
Okay.
Ryman says Bloodroot Forge.
Alright, Bloodroot Forge. Is that the actual style? Bloodforge style. Okay, here we go. There's Bloodforge. Okay. Oh, this makes sense. Here we go. This is from Horns of the Reach. And it says, Clan fellows, in the name of the Hunt Father, whom I invoke in his aspect as Alrabeg the Hunter, take now to heart these sacred schema that define the trappings of who we work the Bloodroot Forge. For it is as Bloodforge smiths we shall hammer the Nords upon the anvil of our rage and hatred until all bend the knee before the hunters of Hircine. Felebo. Axes. Forge the axe. Find the work. Broad the blade. Filigree. Wrap the haft. Leatherly. Belts. Broad the belt. Interweave. Strongly girt. Buckle wide. Cinch the sash. Mammoth hide. Boots. Leather and stud. Foot defense. Kick and stomp on offense. Chase the prey. Forward hence. Bows. Strong, recurved, simple bow. Hurling darts at the foe. Quiver bulge with swift arrow. Chests. Blood-forged breasts, tied to back, intricate, weave and tack, flexible for the hunt. Daggers, straight and broad, guard and blade, tang and hilt, blood-forged made, cut and thrust, hunter's knife. Gloves. Gauntlets tough, fingers free, forearms wrapped, guarding thews, hunter's hand, grips and hews. Helmets. Antlers sprout from helmet brow, casque is thick, cradling head, enemy sees, enemies fled. Leg greaves. Serpentine, interweave on front plate of the greave, strapped a calf above the boot. Maces. Heavy sledge, crushing arm, pound the prey, deadly harm, weapon true of Bloodforge. Shields. Keyhole shape, writhing cord, brazen boss, 5 more round, hunter prays, Hircine lord. Shoulders. Oblong cops, curved at crest, metal plate, steel is best, forged in blood, fringed in fur. Staves, magic staff, tipped with horns, sharp and ringed, potent thorns, oaken haft, battle bred. Swords. Double-edged, long and strong, point for thrust, edge for slash, death and steel. Doesn't rhyme. So that's crafting motif 54, the Bloodforge style. What did you say, Never?
Oh, I didn't. But I was
Okay.
just looking at the Anakina style.
Skin changer, or optionally House Mornard and Ascending Order. Well, Skin Changer is going to go right along with what we were just talking about. So, where are you? Hold on. These are not quite in full order.
I've got it. It's 31.
31?
Mm-hmm.
Aha! Ooh, this one's a long one. Okay, rather than reading what each piece is, this one, because it references what they are, we'll just read it straight without the, like, axes, belts, boots, because it tells you in the actual dialogue. So it says, would you live among the wild of the northern woods, and perhaps be wild yourself? Would you worship Hircine in his aspects, Alrebeg the hunter, or Storabeg the skin changer? Would you seek for beast within, so it may be released to seek its blood prey? Then let your arms and armor bespeak these things of you, for at times your speech may be not more than a growl. Hearken, man-beast. Woodsman you may have been, but though you bear an axe, you are woodsman no more. For you shall turn your axe from hewing wood to spilling blood. Broad shall be the foreblade, and narrow the hind, but the hind blade shall support 3 claws, that you may scrape the mark of the beast into the flesh of your prey. You shall make your belt from the hide of your prey, tan it and tool it, and bedeck it with teeth, so that all will know that you fear no bite. And your belt shall be broad, and from it shall depend tassets of thick hide, the better to protect your midsection when the prey turns at bay. Your boots shall be of tanned hide, thick and well oiled, for you will hunt your prey up streams and through swamps. Take care the soles are thick and be ridged, for you must be sure of foot when the surface is uncertain. Even the best hunters fall to their prey when they slip and stumble. Your bow shall be of heartwood and antler, for to shoot true in the forest the archer's tools must be of the forest. The limbs of your bow shall be clawed like the limbs of your prey, for like calls to like, and your quiver shall show the face of a beast. Your cuirass shall be many-layered and tough, and the breastplate shall be a breastplate with the glaring eyes and wrinkled nose of a predator hard on the trail of its prey. And this is not strange, for beneath your cuirass beats the heart of a hunter, pumping the blood of a beast. You shall bear a dirk like a long curved claw, a steel talon with which to gut your prey and skin its hide. It shall be deadly, yet simple and unadorned, for does the bear paint its claws, or the falcon gild its talons? They do not. So say I, and who shall contradict me? Your gauntlets shall be a mighty protection for your forearms, for the biting beasts will try to grip your forelimbs with their fangs and wrestle you to their level, and you must deny them this. Stud your gauntlet backs with metal spikes to give them fangs on their own, but leave the fingers free, nimble, to grasp for arrows or dirk. When the beasts look upon you, they will see another beast looking back, for your helm shall be a wolf's head of steel. And this is as Storabeg would have it, for the man-beast within shall manifest without, and the hunter shall be exalted. To protect your legs, your greaves shall be of the densest hide, and they shall be studded with metal rivets, that they may turn the fangs of serpents and blunt the tusks of boars. For while you are beast, you are also man, and must stay upright when in form most feral. Your mace shall be heavy spiked like the fist of a Quama warrior, but you shall strike twice as hard with it, for you are at once both beast and man, and none of whom are single nature shall stand before you. The beast faced on your chest and your helm shall be repeated on your shield, of great size and feral aspect, so as to strike fear into your enemies from a distance. Then you may smite them from afar, or close and savage them by hand, as best suits your way of doing honor to Hircine. Your pauldrons shall be as you will, whether metal, leather, or fur, so long as they are strong and solid to turn both blows and fangs, for your shoulder is anchor to the arm that brings your weapon down upon your prey. Every spell you cast from your staff shall do honor unto Lord Hircine, in both his princely form and in his aspect as Alrebeg. For your staff shall be crowned with antlers like unto the Lord of the Hunt, and your spells shall emit therefrom. This is the way and no other. Your sword shall be long and curved, a great talon to extend the reach of your mighty arm, and it shall have an edge that shall slash like the tusks of a great boar, but it shall end in point, for when your prey has finished fighting for its life, you shall take that life quickly and cleanly with a thrust to the heart. See to it. How many people learn these crafting motifs and never read any of this lore? So many.
Probably millions.
Yeah, literally millions. What a shame. There's some cool stuff in here. You read it sometimes? I do too sometimes, Raymond. Oh, let's see. Is there one that you would like to do, Never?
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of them, is what I mean. And I don't know. I was thinking, like, I first looked at just the plain Khajiit one, because, you know, Khajiit.
Yes, but that's part of a whole story.
Yeah. It's not done. It's not done like the other ones or like the last two you just read, where it breaks down each item. It's just
Yeah, it's those ones. The original styles were written by Alphidia Lupus, right? Is the Khajiit one still written by Alphidia Lupus? And it talks about essentially what happens to Mori and Zenith. So Mori and Zenith, by the way, you can find in Apocrypha if you know where to look. And that whole crafting motif. So here's the crazy thing about ESO, right? We know that they do this. They do this all the time. So if you read those original crafting motifs, it talks about Morian, and he said, what's the person's name? Sif Ijhija, which is his Argonian apprentice. And this comes back around in the Necrom stuff when you run into Morian. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So it's crazy because these are the original base game crafting styles, crafting motifs that are written by Alphidia Lupus. And we learn more about Morian in, you know, like the Telvanni Peninsula and all of that stuff in the Necrom chapter. And that's how long after those are written? Like a long time. A long time.
Like, what, 8 years? 9 years?
Mm-hmm. Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
It would be interesting to see. I mean, I suppose they could just be using a website like this to keep up with it, but you know, there's bound to be a room with a giant book in it somewhere, you know.
Yeah. Well, they have lore masters for Bethesda, and then also we have a lore master, and they've got people that keep track of all that stuff, so it's pretty wild.
Imagine being a company's nerd.
Right? I mean, so cool.
You just get paid.
Lots of pressure, though.
You get paid to be the nerd.
Right?
You know?
Yeah. So
for all you young kids out there that sometimes get picked on for being a little nerdy, one day it may pay off for you. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Ryman says that they read the motif, especially when it's hard to get. Yeah, I agree. Because then it makes it worthwhile. The House Mornard one is pretty funny. It's long, so maybe we'll save that for another one. Maybe we'll save that for next week. But I do like that one.
I mean, we do have a bunch here to go through, so.
Yep. Oh man. Well, maybe we'll do that. We read some random ones that are pretty good. We did a little dive there into Heresy. So, Elder Scrolls is tame compared to Warhammer 40k with the amount of lore he means. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy stuff. Well, speaking of crazy stuff, Never, do you know where the Dwemer, where they didn't go?
I didn't see them in Blackwood, but I wasn't there very long. I dropped in to do some survey hunting,
Mm.
and I didn't see them there.
Okay.
But as I said, I've been largely away from the hunt.
Yeah.
Haha, we just got done talking about the hunt.
Yeah, we did.
But so, and good to know that Ryman has also been helping me out. They were not at Gamescom.
Oh.
So, and I haven't seen them at work. If that counts.
Yeah, you haven't. You haven't.
Nope. So, yep, I haven't seen them in Blackwood or anywhere else at this point. You know what else I don't see?
What? No more murder hopers?
No, no more murder herbers.
Wow.
Were you a herber, baby? Did you just fall out of your chair?
That's what it felt like. No, I told you my brain has had a shutdown a few times tonight.
Oh, murder herbers. Gwen, we're unofficially renaming your segment "Murder Herbers."
Sorry. Oh,
But only for
man.
this episode. We'll change it back afterwards. No more murder herbers.
Oh my god, murder Herberts. Oh
Goodness.
man. Murder Spagurter. Thank you, Ryman. Thank you. Well, we have been murder herbers because we've been doing so much gathering.
I don't know who Herber is. I don't know why we're murdering all the Herbers, but
Oh, it hurts. Oh man. Oh, gosh.
Did you get back in your chair? Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, I suppose since there's no more murder Herbers, then we can move on to guild announcements.
Yeah.
And yeah. So looks like we have a new event.
Yeah, we do. And this one's by our one and only Gwen the Bard. So I hope she's okay with me announcing it. So, on Mondays, we're going to be starting to do a Mischief and Misadventures. Now, this is going to be earlier in the day, so, because that's the time that she's available. So this, I believe, is going to be 2 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern, i.e. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Central. And it says, join Gwen the Bard on Mondays during the lunch hour for the Adventures in Tamriel, World Boss Dailies to Infinite Archive. This event is geared towards filling out your long-run achievements in the journal alongside friends. So, if you have time around lunch time on Mondays, or you're a person that is off on Mondays, or you're a person that just is, I don't know, just really likes Mondays and you want to join Gwen the Bard, please feel free to do that. We'll get that sign up going in our Discord soon on PlayStation. But it's a new event that we're starting up for Mondays. So join Gwen on Mondays. But on Tuesdays, what can they do on Tuesdays?
They can get into a dungeon. You can do that any day, but Tuesday is the day that we tell you that you better do it or else. It's not really that serious, but just an opportunity to gather up some guildies and pick a dungeon. For a while, we were doing each week we had a different dungeon, and we just went straight down the list, top to bottom. You can do that, or you can just, if you've got one you want to farm, you've got some gear you want to chase, some achievements you want to get, and one you haven't done, you want to do the story mode, then Tuesday is the day that we encourage everybody that hasn't done it to, make that a day to do that. And then finally, we have Fearless Friday with Arthuria Dragoon from starting at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And that, for those of you who are unaware, uninformed, well, you're about to be made aware and informed. Fearless Friday is Undaunted Day.
Undaunted.
Undaunted.
We
are
are
undaunted.
Undaunted.
And earlier I was thinking about doing that while crunching on animal crackers.
Wow.
Yes. So that's what that was about earlier. So now you don't have to remind me.
Nice.
Anyway, so tell us a little bit about Fearless Friday.
Fearless Friday, you can join Arthuria Dragoon and your guildies to run through the Undaunted Daily Delve and pledges if you'd like. And for that, anybody is available to join. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, there you have it. Hey, check this out.
What?
We are in a guild.
Are undaunted. Sorry, I thought that's where you were going.
We are undaunted. And we're also distracted. We're undaunted, but not undistracted.
Squirrel.
We are distracted murder herbers.
Yes. Where can you be a distracted murder herber with us?
Yeah, so we are part of a guild. We are part of the guild. It's the only guild that you really need to worry about. That's not true. Lots of guilds are good guilds and serve different purposes. So go find some guilds. But if you're looking for one, the Lore Seekers Guild is a cool place to hang out. That's where people like me and Crazy and Gwen and lots of folks like to hang out. And we've got people on every platform from PlayStation to Xbox to PC, and we do everything from murder herbers to trials periodically, depending on the platform and availability of folks. But if you want to be a member of the Lore Seekers and hang out with a bunch of wild folks like we are, then you can do so by going over to loreseekers.club. You will need to make sure you have Discord downloaded, and you will be taken in and asked to fill out just a little brief application to tell us a little about you, to make sure that you fit with us and we fit with you, and that you're in fact not a real life murder herber. And once that's been taken care of, then we get your invite sent out in game, usually within like 24 to 48 hours. And you can come do some of these activities with us on PlayStation, or you can go do stuff with other folks on the other platforms if that's where you play. So yeah, go do that. Also, if you would like to keep up and keep in touch with us specifically on the show, there's a couple different ways you can do that. Right?
You sure can. You can follow us over on our socials. You can go to X and follow us at Snugpodcast. You can also send us an email that Never can now read and will hopefully be able to read at least twice in his life at snugpodcast@gmail.com.
Not 3 times, though. Not 3 times. That's too much.
Well, you never know these days. Who knows what's going to happen in the future. By then, we might all be embedded in Elder Scrolls Online.
136? I don't think so. Wait.
Well, okay.
126? 126.
Sure.
126.
Wasn't Shere Khan the tiger from Baloo the pilot? Shere Khan was from Jungle Book, and Baloo was also from Jungle Book, but Baloo was also a pilot in Tailspin. And Shere Khan was like a really... Oh yeah, he was a businessman in that one. I forgot. Yeah, that's all in Tailspin.
Wow.
This is what happens when you get distracted. Anyway, you can also find us over at twitch.tv/snugpodcast, where we're currently having conversations and being distracted and having a grand old time. So feel free to come join us in the cozy comforts of the Snugpod studio during a stream live or during a rewatch. And you can also find us over on... Where are you at, Never, right now?
I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, you are.
YouTube. Yep, you just search YouTube for Snug Podcast and you'll find us live at the same time. We dual stream. Does anybody else dual live stream? Or are we the only ones? Are we pioneering on this front?
I doubt it.
I think we're the only podcast called a Snug Podcast that dual live streams.
We are the only podcast called the Snug Podcast
That dual live streams.
that dual live
Look,
streams.
we are nailing all the things. So, yeah, so you can catch us there, either live, or the benefit is you can go back and watch those later as well. And you know, you might even catch some shenanigans that if you're listening to this on the audio format, then you might catch some of the pre-show, tree-show shenanigans that go on. So, and speaking of audio, did you mention that?
I didn't.
You should.
So you can also find us on your podcatcher of choice. So feel free to head on over and find the Murder Herbers anywhere you like over on the podcatcher of choice.
Yep.
Oh gosh. It's it. We've officially reached the crazy hour. It's 1:15 in the morning for me. You can't let it go.
No, I can't.
He keeps typing it in different spots. He keeps typing it in different spots in the notes, everyone.
I just think it's funny.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Oh,
no,
man.
there it is.
We almost
I thought we
made
were
it
gonna
through a
make
show.
it.
Yeah.
Dang.
Hey, everybody, if you want cheap viewers, we're not going to tell you how because it's fake. It's a scam.
It's a scam. It's a scam.
You're not going to get us. We know better.
Selling viewers. Cheap.
Be gone.
In chat. Submit.
Wait.
Block.
Before
Close.
they can be gone, don't they have to be a bygone?
Ban. Probably.
Bygones.
You know, it's crazy. We get one of those every stream.
Right. Yeah, it's because they're, you know, they see how many episodes that, or how many views that we've got, and they're like, man, we should totally get on this bandwagon. Because
They're like, they need more.
Hey,
let's see if we can get them to sell it.
We have got more views than those other shows have episodes. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Sure.
even the big guys, you know, like Lotus can't even keep up with the number of views in their episode count. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Sure.
just saying. Well, I think we're gonna wrap that up because we're getting ridiculous now.
If you've made it to the end of the episode, thanks for being here.
If you made it through any part of this episode, yeah.
That's true. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, this is what happens. Anytime we go a while without having a show, we end up being ridiculous when we catch up because you know we miss each other.
That's true.
Because we're pals, and when we don't get to pal wow, then we have to make up for lost time.
That's true.
So, anyway, yeah, as Crazy said, if you've been hanging out with us in any form or fashion, whether it's live or audio format or watching the videos later, we appreciate it. Thanks for letting us be part of your day or night or drive or whatever it is that we're part of. Hopefully it's made your day a little bit better, giving you some information, maybe it made you laugh. We sure have been. So, anyway, we'll hopefully be back next week, and hopefully all three of us will be back. So until then, take care of yourself, take care of others, be a decent person, and we'll see you soon.
Sleep well, Tamriel.
Bye.
You just could not do it.
We are Murder Herbers.
Stop.